This is Craig the Natural Medic, and we're going to do this drive through Bryce Canyon, stopping at the cool wayside points. If you look at the map here, right now I'm at Rainbow Point. Next stop's going to be Ponderosa Canyon, and then Natural Bridge after that. Let's check out those two. Follow me down the road as we go back out of the park, slowly checking in all the scenery. Just looking at this overall map here. The area that is now Bryce Canyon National Park was once a lake about 50 million years ago. And there was an uplift about 70 million years ago. Then you had weathering about 6 million years ago to today, and creation of the hoodoos and different things that you're seeing, the colorful layers in the park. Pretty wild. The plateau that we're standing on is called the Ponderosa Plateau, which was near sea level at one time, but then rose up to about 8,000 feet. To the east of it, the Paria River, or Paria River, I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly, I've heard it different ways, over 6 million years made a broad valley. And then of course, you know, your normal weathering and erosion of wind, rain, ice, snow, form these beautiful hoodoos. And while you're hiking on different areas of Bryce, you will see different forest types. On this particular trail, you will see mixed conifer, which is found at the highest elevations, which is white fir, Douglas fir, Engelmann spruce, bristlecone limber pines. Ponderosa pine is kind of at the mid-level, which can get very tall, and they can grow a long time, not as long as the bristlecones. At the lowest levels, you have the regular pinyon juniper forest. Pretty cool. Doing the scenic drive, and this is Rainbow Point, which is the highest elevation. They recommend that you start at the very end and then drive back. That way all of your viewpoints are on the right side of the road. That's what I'm gonna do. A great lunch, in my opinion, for times like these. Little bumblebee lunch on the run. Tuna salad, already mixed, fruit cup, cookie, crackers, fork. Yum. This is the first marked one with a walkway from the road. It's called Black Birch Canyon. I'm assuming that's because of the trees there. Those are probably black birches. Isn't it cool looking? Amazing how the rock just makes these little weird looking hoodoo things. There's more on this side. Crazy. Okay, I'm now stopped at Ponderosa Canyon. If you see, there's a good map here. You are here. Here's where I started from, was from Rainbow. Under the Rim actually starts at Rainbow. You can get off of the Bristlecone Loop Trail and take it off the entire length of the park. This one connects down to the trail. It's 1.6 down to the Under the Rim Trail. Oh, awesome. So amazing. At this waypoint, we see the Natural Bridge. Really cool. It technically is not a bridge, it's an arch formed by years and years of erosional and weathering processes. Ice, snow, wind, rain. Like somebody opened the drain. Farview Point is over there where I parked. I had to walk to where I'm at now, which is called Paria Point. Not sure why it's called that, there's no explanation. But it's a beautiful view here. I don't see any Jolly Rogers. I don't see any X marks the spot treasures. I don't see any other things that would make it a pirate point, but it's a cool name, so I had to come check it out. All right, Bryce Point, one of the famous spots here in Bryce Canyon. You can see why, because of the view here. Wow. Just a beautiful. Apologize for the wind. Out here on a point. You might be wondering what this place is named by the native people, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but it's Unka Kova Wangwins, which means red face standing, which is now what we call the amphitheater here at Bryce Canyon. And this is Bryce Point that I was just at, a little bit further to my north. Named for Ebenezer Bryce, who settled here in the valley to the east with access to timber and other resources that were here. Started calling it Bryce Canyon. The Southern Paiute, they believed that these rocks, which they called Hoodoos, was a mistranslation and became Hoodoos in English. They believed that the trickster god, who was a coyote, made people that were bad into these different spires, which are now the Hoodoos or the Hoodoos. People are, in their belief, imprisoned in those things for doing bad things. Isn't that crazy to think about? There's a lot of them out there. There must have been a lot of bad people. I'm now down at Paria Viewpoint, which is the Paria River. There is a very interesting panel about nature's symphony, talking about natural sounds. Those non-natural ones that can disturb vehicles, aircraft, other technologies. Animals rely on natural sounds in order to communicate, find mates, avoid dangers, and so on forth. Let's just take a moment and take in the sound. Probably our last stop for the day is Inspiration Point. I might film a bit up top as well. But this panel gives you some orientation to the area. Straight ahead you have what's called Powell Point and Canaan Peak. Powell Point, I believe, is going to be over here, kind of the end of that little plateau there, Table Cliff Plateau. Moving to the left, and behind that we have Aquarius, and then the Severe Plateau is going to be way back there. Probably can zoom in a bit. Right in that area. Let's zoom out. Then right straight ahead we have Bristlecone Point. It's this little deal right there. Bryce Creek goes down. Canaan Peak over here to the right, and then the Kapowowitz Plateau way off in the distance. You may not be able to see. If I can zoom in. Navajo Mountain, which I believe is in Glen Canyon. Bryce Point, where I was standing earlier, is over there. Then they call this area over here the Silent City. Interesting names, and no explanation is given as to what or how they name these places, but they're very interesting. Steep slope coming from that way, from Inspiration Point down below. There's a middle inspiration, an upper, and of course the lower, which I came from. Earlier is reachable via the rim trail, 1.3 miles. Whew. That way. I'm assuming you can probably see it from over there. Yeah, I think that's it, maybe over there. Zoom in. Take a look. Yeah. Would be my guess. Whew. Not very long hike up this guy, but definitely steep. A little out of breath because I am at elevation about 8,000 feet up, give or take. Going to go up here and see what's going on with Upper Inspiration Point. Okay, it's a little late in the day, but this is Upper Inspiration Point. Beautiful view. Well, that was basically a tour of the majority of the scenic stops on the scenic drive here in the Bryce Canyon. I hope you enjoyed them. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing to the channel for more great content. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do Mossy Cave and Queen's Garden Navajo Loop, which are some popular trails here. There's a lot more to do, but there's no way I could do them all. I have to do another trip another time. If you have any questions or comments for me about Bryce Canyon or this trip, drop them in the deal below. If you're listening on the podcast, drop me an email and let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you watching. Thanks always for that, and we'll see you next time on the trail. Bye-bye for now.